But before we even talk about this, if anyone wants to know what the pre-show ramble was, it was me and Marcus discussing how Jason Bourne can kill people with just normal objects, like a
Yeah.
book or a newspaper.
Yeah, you're just like, God damn it. That's the
Get
worst
off
way
me,
to
damn it.
die. But Manny, I'm gonna ask this one. As a peg leg was used, someone was speared through a table, man was jumped over the rope and landed in a senton through a table, super kicks galore. Joe Tessitore announced that he's seen it all. He's seen it all. But I ask you this, Joe Tessitore, why? Just why was this not at WrestleMania? And I want to claim the easiest answer is say Triple H did not want to see black people stand on top at WrestleMania. That's the easy answer. But I
That's
don't
not
have
the
an
easy answer
for you.
because he crowned the New Day at WrestleMania.
All right. I can't use that excuse. Just what's the next one?
I will give you. He did not want to see the future of black wrestling.
He couldn't
He's
take
happy
two.
with the old. He's happy to give you the old. He doesn't want to see the future.
But you know what, Manny? I would not go that route because I believe I was raised correctly by a good man who's done nothing wrong but be in a dysfunctional relationship with you, and you. And that fat kid dad who looks like Jack Black, apparently, who they never cut to. But I was curious.
I wish they
really
did.
Curious.
I wish they did.
He's a really smelly bastard, I bet you.
They smell like sour cream. Chives.
A black man returns tonight. The A-lister black.
Marcus, let me tell you something. I'm sure you spelled that wrong, but
I know.
I want to tell you, after 5 years, this man's eye has healed.
No. It's still damaged. It's still damaged, Manny.
Nah, when he was in AEW, that was fully covering his face. It's healed.
Oh, well,
it's
healed. He had the paint to go around it in AEW.
No, it was not paint, Marcus. That was real.
But yes, man, here's the thing about me knowing I spelled it incorrectly. I spelled it incorrectly, but I do like A-lister black return.
Well, it works with the fact that he took out a man that thinks he's an A-lister of The Miz.
Yes. So it ended up actually working out as a misspell.
I don't think you meant you were saved by the Lord once again. I am your savior.
No. I caught this when I hit save and I put it in here and I went A-lister. Where's the E? Where's the E? I know it's there, and then I said it out loud. I said A-lister. I'm gonna leave it. Oh. Bullshit.
She did. She's not on WrestleMania. She does everything for you, and you make her drop the title to a pint-sized woman, Zelina Vega, that barely gets on TV.
Who gets zero reaction.
Stop pandering to Alister Black. He ain't even that good.
No. They shouldn't have had a good week. No, I'm 100% against this. I want to boycott all of this. And Manny, last but not least, or not last but not least, but are you in this row? Which man are you? Or woman?
I believe.
Which one are you?
I believe that young man in the far right is envisioning young Manny.
Kid fan dibs.
But Marcus, I want you to pay close attention to the guy above the kid with his hand out. That guy looks like, oh man, I gotta save this.
You know what I like? The father and son combo. I don't know who's this kid's father. It's sandwiched in between the woman, the guy in the beard, and the white shirt. But I know they got some explaining to do when they get home. And that white seen this footage.
Well, I think this is a whole family. I feel like the woman in the brown is married to the man in the white, and then that's their son, and that's the grandson. Is what I would like to believe.
I don't know.
And they're a family of perverts.
And just like that, this is me trying to tackle her down. My reaction. This is pure clickbait, guys. Pure clickbait.
This is possibly one of the worst attacks I've ever seen because she hit her she tackled her, attempted axe handle that did not land, and then
Yes.
seemed to be playing the drums on playing the drums while she was trying to attack Jade Cargill because none of those attacks hit.
No, but it's not over. But proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. And then, Manny, I don't know what's going on in the NFL. I don't understand this at all. It only could be retaliation to the hatred of Deion Sanders, and his son is getting all the hate for it. I don't understand why he's dropping so far. We're in day 3.
I can answer that.
And
I
he
can
is
answer
not
that.
drafted yet.
I will answer that. I'm assuming we're going to hit that at the end of the show.
Yeah, that's towards the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. When we ask who in wrestling draft stock is falling the most.
So welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes. He is
Marcus, the grand finale. The man with a suspect bank account.
And over here we have Whoopi Goldberg.
Check her out on The View. Manny, this is the Saturday show. Eric cannot be here with us today. He is out on assignment. And we're gonna have to do this. Manny took no notes, I took no notes, and we're gonna all wing it, essentially.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
From that intro, it seemed like we were prepared for a show. But let me tell you, people, the magic of internet television, we put this together in less than 10 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what I did in the 10 minutes that Marcus was putting stuff together. I was looking for the ghostly apparition that happened during SmackDown.
That's not true.
It's true. Look, she's there. She's there right next to Chelsea's boot, the whitest thing in America.
Manny, you did no. The way I worded it is not true. You were not looking for a ghost. You were looking for a white woman. That girl looked like a powdered donut. Jesus Christ.
There is somewhere during SmackDown where they did actually do a close up of her, and I was scrolling through SmackDown quickly to see if I could find it. I can't find it.
You could just use a picture of Rika the dog, and we could have been happy with going, "Oh, that's how white she was."
Here. She's right here, and she's
just
out of the bath, and she's soft. She's so soft. Like a
Manny, there isn't really any real news out there that I would like to report on. I don't care about Meltzer star ratings or the alleged fight of Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte after.
Is that actual news? Is that actual news?
I don't have facts on that. I don't want to report.
Yeah, I don't have facts on that. I got a really bad Facebook post that I don't believe.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. But no,
I do have some news. I do got one bit of news. Gunther has been indefinitely suspended from WWE.
Outrageous.
And I've got the real reason why.
I'm assuming he wants to finally go on like a honeymoon or something.
He wants a vacation. This man has been Intercontinental Champion for 2 years. He's carried the World Heavyweight title for like maybe I don't know, since June last year.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah. And you know what? He deserves one. He's been running strong since he came to America. He's been working his ass off. And I believe there were periods where he wasn't even allowed to travel back home and stuff. And you know what? Some people deserve a vacation after WrestleMania. There's nothing for him to do right now. We're about to reestablish new characters and new storylines. Let the man rest.
I hope he returns and chokes out Pat again.
He did it again. Damn him. I've seen it all.
Or Marcus. One by one, he starts taking out Pat's crew, like the notable ones. One by one, that Pat's in the studio by himself.
I hope he gets them. I hate those guys. They're cool. They're cronies. But are you ready to move into SmackDown?
There's something I said last week that apparently is in the works now. Apparently, they are trying to get the John Cena Travis Scott tag match to include Bad Bunny and a wrestler to be named later. But I'm
Cody
assuming it's gonna be
Rhodes.
Cody because he's
Cody Rhodes.
because he's Latino.
Well, you could always go back to Priest. They can make Priest look strong again. And...
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And John Cena's title, we're not putting him against Priest. No. No Manning guy
Priest get the retirement tour? Wait, Priest can't get the retirement tour.
No, Marcus. This man has raised us, all right? This man has raised us. This man is our father. Father John Cena. He is not going out in a man that's wearing guy liner.
Oh, but speaking of him raising us, let's start SmackDown with John Cena. He comes out there and he's about to spew his hate as he's been spewing, but then Randy Orton comes out right away and is talking about, John, what are you doing? You need children. You need children, John. This is all I
How dare you?
Yeah. Strike, Randy. Just because a man doesn't want children does not make him a bad guy. Just because you found your heart and soul with becoming a father that stepped up doesn't make you all of a sudden a good guy. You still shit in that bag, okay? You still shit bag.
Your crimes are still there, Randy. Your crimes are still there.
Yeah. It doesn't give you a clean slate. You don't mature. Maybe you thinking John mature. John doesn't want no kids. He said that. I said enough told Divas episodes enough. What's one of John's number one rules? He ain't marrying Nikki Bella and he ain't having kids.
Well, Marcus, that's because he was busy raising all the WWE universe.
Yes. I've been raising your kids. You. Better than you
even
ever
that even that 6-year-old giving me the finger.
Really well. And you see why I don't want kids. In the same breath, they said, let's go see that Cena sucks. Guilty. I've been doing that my whole adulthood.
I don't do that.
You don't ever go back and forth?
No.
I go back and forth.
He's always been my savior. Until he disgraces himself like Hogan.
He's coming close. He is Hogan. No, in the Hogan audience, The Rock is going down that hill really fast. He's really taking you die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. Well, I think that's
maybe The Rock is the one that the stock is dropping.
Ooh, it could be. I mean, Rock was up here. We have him on a pedestal. I know we're not in that segment yet, but we have him up here on a pedestal. But every time he show up is diminishing returns. So,
every time
Dwayne.
No, it's not every time he shows up because people still cheer when he comes out. It's the fact that every time he speaks, he starts to sound a little bit like Hulk Hogan. Lies upon lies. I'm trying to resurrect my career because it's currently in the toilet.
Yep. But John Cena, Randy Orton challenges John Cena on SmackDown tonight. John Cena's like, not in Fort Worth, Texas. He's done enough harm to you people already. We're going to do this at Backlash. Cena gets laid out like he's been getting laid out every single week. Oh, he's going to get this win. The stumps on the ropes were hilarious to me. I've never seen Cena like that. Oh, Manny.
Marcus, what his denial of the match tonight just made me think of something, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
On Monday, he said he did the Cena math, and he had about 27 dates left. SmackDown brings him down to like 26. The fact that he wants to go to Backlash, that takes him down to 25. I'm assuming there's another appearance along the way to Backlash in the next day. These dates are going.
Yeah, he's using it like I just got a fresh credit card. I'm about to match that motherfucker out. I had this for 2 days. I bought a TV and a couch.
So as far as we know, Cena will be down to 25 in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Just ticking away. I was upset that he didn't have the counter with me this week. And in his introduction, he made the announcer whose name I do not remember. Maybe in due time I will remember, but I've yet to remember.
He's currently not Mike Rome.
Yeah. Who's sitting at home, who I'm going to call Mike Home at this point. But I'm going to say this. Here's my conspiracy. I told you I had one. I believe her name's Alicia Taylor. She's the other ring announcer, right?
Mm-hmm.
She misspoke SmackDown and Raw this week. I'm thinking she's not going to appear whenever John Cena show up, so he isn't talking down to a black woman. Do you think that's actually going on? Because it's easy to talk down to a man, because he can stand up for himself, and maybe he'd get his ass kicked by John Cena, but he's still a man. But John Cena ain't gonna berate a woman on national TV, especially a black woman. He really will be Hogan at that point.
Yeah, but do you know what? I think Alicia Taylor, I believe that's her name. It is Taylor. But I mix her up with the Alicia Tyler that used to host the name used to host Who Line in It Anyway. She would do it correctly, Marcus. I believe she would do it correctly. This guy has not learned from Monday. So this shows you what kind of bumbling idiot you're working with.
Yeah, and it's such a good introduction. It's such a way better introduction. Like, how you gonna come up with this weak ass shit when this is the greatest of all time? The 17 unseen, the greatest, the last real champion, John Cena or whatever. The man's gonna ruin wrestling forever.
But I don't understand his plan.
Lineage.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened, because it's like he'll erase the title. Is his plan, but basically he'll just retire the title. I swear the lineage stays. Like, they can bring in a new title.
Yeah, but they bring it in, man. It's false. It's false. It's false. No one beat the last real champion. It's like when AEW got their new champion when CM Punk was the real champion. He had it in the bag. He said he was the real champion.
So you're telling me any AEW champion since CM Punk is not the real champion?
Yes. That's the way it's been. He destroyed the lineage. He choked out little bit choked out.
Well, then let me ask you this. WrestleMania, Randy Orton defeated the current TNA champion. Does that make Randy Orton the lineal TNA World Heavyweight Champion?
It might be. Or does it make Seth Rollins the real AEW champion for beating CM Punk at WrestleMania? He beat the real champion. So, a lot of unanswered questions out there. Lots of unanswered questions. We're moving to our next segment, which is the debut of Fraction on SmackDown. This is going to be all off memory, where they fought the always impressive Los Garzas of Legado El Fantasma, where they put on a nice display, but also a very disappointing loss. Santos almost had a conniption.
He did, but I feel like the thing missing from this, because the match was perfect. I enjoyed the match. They put over Fraxium. It was missing that backstage segment for Santos.
Yeah,
Santos being disappointed. He wanted to go shake someone's hand again or something like that.
Yeah, there we go. I want to shake your opponent's hand. Let me go shake Axiom's hand tonight.
Because the thing that was missing that we didn't report on last week, because the boys were at the show and we didn't really fully review SmackDown. During that SmackDown Battle Royal, the Andre or the Future Endeavors tournament.
Not true, man. It's been good ones going on.
No, out of the 11 of them, 3 are still with the company.
Hey, Bray went to the Hall of Fame. Is he in the Hall of Fame? They put Bray in? No,
they haven't done it yet. They haven't done it yet.
They didn't do it.
At one point during this match, Santos was holding Rey Fenix's hand for a very long time.
Yes. Very awkwardly holding his hand. And just really like, you're a real luchador. And Rey threw him out. Santos as a manager has been great. And I'm upset that, there has to be something to do with those cards. But they also alluded that due to this AAA partnership, that some of these guys really want to show up for that and end up, competing in AAA. And I can see that happening for Los Garza. And it might be what's best.
No, but I think WWE doing this is not only to poach new talent. I think it's to give some of their talent things to do.
Yeah. They have an expansive roster. And I'm not even talking about the WWID folks and all that shit in there.
That's the problem with WWID as well, is the whole thing is becoming so bloated.
Yeah. Now we have everybody. It's ridiculous amount of talent and a spoiled riches, and we don't need this much. But overall, nice debut for Fraction. I mean, I would hot shout to the Street Profits right away. I think we can get a good feud going.
So. I don't think you do that.
I wouldn't let them win. I'd let them die, though. I'd kill them. I have Dawkins kill them.
No. See, we spoke on Thursday about our dislike of the way AEW introduced wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Fraxium have to have some decent matches in the next few weeks and then be considered. Whereas if they're going to lose anyway, I don't want what's happened with people that like AEW brought in and then they just lose off the out the gate, or they're put in a tournament, they win one match and they lose, and they're part of the furniture immediately. Like Kevin Knight, the Jet Kevin Knight, is part of the furniture in AEW already. He's not even considered that new anymore.
No. I mean, I think he picked up a win over Lance Archer on Collision, but I have a 77-year-old grandma who picked up a win over Lance Archer. Everybody dies, but not before they beat Lance Archer. I have the Pope before he died. He got some of Lance Archer. That's where we're at with him.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is. That's what JD Vance was there for. Referee the match. Moving on to the next segment, I believe we got Tiffy next coming out there, and she declared she's the greatest of all time or something. And she was immediately attacked. Oh no, she was confronted by Jade Cargill, who like, it's my time. I'll put Naomi to the side, all that. And then out the blue, Naomi comes out, get her attack, get her shit in.
No. Let's talk about the match first. Let's talk about the match first.
We just get to a match.
We had a match. Tiffany Stratton had a match with Nia Jax. I mean, not Nia Jax, Jade Cargill. And it actually was it wasn't great, but they had some good spots in it that made the match seem really good. Like Tiffany normally going for that spin into Alabama Slam where she got caught by Jade and that got turned into a powerbomb. Yeah, they had some really nice spots that led to it. Tiffy messing up on the moonsault, which like added to the story of these two are not 100% and stuff like that. It added to the match.
Yeah, that slip up on the rope, accidental, but also perfect for the counter of like, she had time to recover and put the boot up. You know, I was shocked on how good this match actually was, but I will call this the how much can go wrong between the following people involved in the segment, between Tiffy, Jade, and Nia Jax. Comes out later, because all of them aren't known for their pristine wrestling ability. I mean, Tiffy's only been wrestling for about 2 years, and you know what? She might be the best wrestler amongst those three who came out there. And then, so I was shocked. But SmackDown was just a mirror of Raw, but extended because it's a 3-hour show. Like, they did everything the same. Surprise match, surprise women's match, the Vicare and EO match is basically Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. Like, they're going to get this away for free on TV. Both interrupted by randos.
No, let me tell you something. I'm just trying to do a count now. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they had more matches, Manny.
5. No, because in 3 hours they had 2 more matches.
Yeah, but what was the better show? Right now.
I'm going to say SmackDown.
You fool. Raw's the better show.
No,
SmackDown had one great match. It had one great match.
One long lost father. How dare you?
As John Cena comes out and declares he's the people's dad, Manny, The Rock is as I declared on Tuesday, it's the people's deadbeat dad. Tell of two dads, the story. Tell of two dads. And Randy Orton, too.
He ain't a deadbeat.
He ain't a deadbeat, but he will play Call of Duty and drop the N-bomb every now and then.
He done that. He got caught once.
Yeah, I know, but man, if you're caught once saying it, imagine how many times he said it when he wasn't on camera.
I feel he gets the pass, though.
He got the pass. He got the pass. Like no one ever brings it up.
Also, I didn't watch TNA. I have seen the clip. Someone said to Jeff Hardy in the audience when he was in a match, "Hey Jeff, you're invited to the cookout." And then the Nemeth boys visit the Hardy compound.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if he's Jeff Hardy or Willow at that point, but
he's Willow the Wisp.
Demon was doing what you're allowed to do.
Honestly, that would have made the thumbnail if I remembered. I forgot. When that happened, when I saw that clip, I went, "Oh no, they didn't really." But it was so good. I don't know. I enjoyed it for the silliness that it is. So we get this three-way brawl between Naomi and Nia Jax and Tiffy, and Nia sits on Tiffy. Tiffy pops out of her top as always. It is Friday night.
That was the way they cut. I don't have epilepsy, but I felt like I was going to get it.
But we do move on to another segment, which I'm going to guess what happened because I don't remember what segment actually happened. But I'm going to say Selena Vega and Chelsea Green in the crime of the year of 2025. Chelsea and her Hervis lose the United States title after the Secret Hervis were thrown out for doing a bunch of illegal activity, but it was an immediate loss. And I 100% disagree. And the one thing I noticed before this segment is Selena Vega is like 2 feet tall. And when they did the interview with Byron Saxton, I was like, this little woman can't beat anybody. Let's just end this and go for it. And then when Chelsea lost, I was like, this is a crime. Not only was she not on WrestleMania, but that she loses her title on SmackDown. And I just thought they did it because, again, like I said, they want to mirror Raw and they want to mirror the Raw title change of the women's tag team titles losing.
They should have done that. They shouldn't have done that. Just because it happened on Raw does not mean you need to do it on SmackDown. Chelsea Green, unless there's plans for Chelsea Green to move up, I shouldn't have put my hand up like that. Unless there's plans to move Chelsea Green up, there's no need to be doing that.
Yeah, and
what Chelsea has been bringing to SmackDown is actually a highlight to SmackDown. It's good comic relief. I mean, she'll continue to do comic relief because Chelsea is actually a star at this point. You can't just leave her on the sidelines.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. Like it felt like even though I don't think she did anything to get quote unquote punished in the back, I felt like it felt like a punishment for her to lose her title.
Yeah,
but honestly, it was just because they wanted to mirror Raw. It's the mirror. This was their title change from Raw. Like we already got. Yeah, we already got. Like the next segment is also another mirror Raw, but I'm also gonna throw in this Manny, the Andre the Giant winner. Carmelo Hayes, him as he likes to be called, is not going to be coming out with a trophy. He's got an Andre piece of all pieces, which if they sell a WWE shop, I will rock that shit. I would rock it. Obey.
I felt wrong on multiple levels. I'm not even black, but I felt like this was the Miz trying to buy Carmelo Hayes. I didn't like the fact that the Miz was wearing a complete white suit as he did it. I mean, Colonel.
Yeah,
just don't like it, Marcus. But what happened afterwards was the Miz airing his grievances of not being selected either as Rey Mysterio's replacement or Randy Orton's opponent. Out comes Alister Black, and kind of in the same segment, Alister Black debuted in AEW. He just kicked the Miz, and I think Cody was wearing a white suit when he debuted in AEW.
Possibly, yeah. Really good contrast. I would say this. I forgot things about Alister Black because he hasn't done them in a long time. The candles.
I missed the entrance.
The candles, and then the song, and then coming up from, I guess, the crypt. I don't know how you describe the board is being raised up with him. I forgot all about that entrance, and I went, "Oh yeah!"
Marcus, I just hope next week they haven't changed up his entrance music like they Def Rebel it. I just don't.
Well, this wasn't his music when he left. When he left, he had a different song and stuff, and it
No,
was
it's similar, I believe.
No, it was sucky. This is the original song he had back when he was in NXT and early days of Raw before we blamed Vince McMahon for changing it.
Ah, okay.
And so let's make sure we keep this one. And I'm gonna call a spade right here. This ain't impressing me. Like I've seen Alister, I've seen Malachi. I'm still standing by it. The man has peaked with his feud with Velveteen Dream in NXT when he said Velveteen's name, and that was the end of it.
He's nothing more than the US title, to be honest. He's no more than a mid carder. At least with Rusev returning, I think you can move him up and down from mid card to main card. But like, I just don't see anything from Alistair Black.
All right, who's your better disgruntled AEW call up? Rusev or Alistair Black at this point? Who you think got the better deal, Raw or SmackDown?
Rusev, he looked like a monster.
Yeah.
Is this the same answer for you?
It is.
The presentation of them both. Alistair Black kicking the Miz means nothing. I can kick the Miz.
Yeah. I mean, I still have questions why he kicked Big E.
Maybe we'll get that answer at some point.
Never. Because Big E came back. Rusev came back with neck of sand. We got Big E. But moving on, we do a lot of recap, a lot of nonsense, fill time, because this is a 3-hour show.
Can we talk about the unhinged Jacob Fatu? The fact that he was wearing his jersey back to front and everyone feared to tell him.
Yep. I'll let him go. That's the way he wanted to do it. He wanted to wear Fatu on the front. Go ahead and do it. Solo is out there tooting his own horn, saying that he brought him in. Nobody wants to bring Jacob in, which he does have a point. But he said, I made Jacob change. Jacob snapped the mic and was like, this is not me. Oh, her gas, no brakes. And, he went to full Jacob, which is terrifying. I mean. LA Knight comes out there and he says words. Only for Drew to come out there and says better words. Then LA Knight goes and says, Drew, I don't remember your last title run anyway.
Then Drew saying, I want to fight the baddest dog, the baddest champion on the roster.
Well, he won a title match, but Orton just snuck in on that one. They just did it. I should be number one contender. I've beaten Orton and all that. And then your boy Nick comes out there saying, you guys go get your boots. Get your boots. Get your trunks. Y'all having a match tonight. Number one to face Jacob at Backlash.
It just seems rushed. I don't know why Backlash is so soon.
It's so soon. I don't know.
It's so rushed.
Dates. I think everything goes with John Cena. You only got me for this little bit of time, and then I'm going to disappear after May. Like, I feel like after Backlash, I don't think he's going to be around much.
No, I don't think we see John Cena. I think we get one appearance in May. And then you won't see him till after the Money in the Bank, I think.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, Jacob will be the SmackDown champion. But with that being said, the match, I believe, ends in DQ. I don't honestly know what the finish was. I can't remember.
Yeah, Solo come in.
Yeah.
Gave Ellen Knight the thumb.
Right.
And then Drew was calling for the Claymore. And then Jacob
got his ass. Yeah. So I don't know what they never actually
said. No, Jacob didn't get him. Damian Priest came out.
Oh yeah, Priest. I forgot he's still trying to start this feud or continue this feud with Drew. But he needs to get over it. He lost and it was decisive. You have nothing to be mad at. You have nothing to be mad at Drew about. You have to blame yourself. You got your ass whooped at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Did you need to be on the card over the Street Profits? No, you did not. You got your ass whooped. He dog walked your ass. Look on Jacob.
Well, he didn't.
Not literally, but
I need it literally to happen, and then we'll
never
be cool.
literally gonna happen.
What do you mean?
You're never gonna see someone be like, "They put this collar on you," and start walking around like he's Channing Tatum, and this is the end.
Loki, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it might be my favorite comedy of all time. It might literally be It's just too many moments where I just go, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life."
It will never beat Dumb and Dumber for me. That holds so much with me.
I got it better than Dumb and Dumber. The whole scene, I don't think I've ever laughed harder at a movie in which James Franco is talking about you can't jizz on my magazine. When he is by, and then he did, I think it's was it Rogan or did it Rock? I'll jizz on whatever I want to. I just hear
Then it's like Hermione took all our shit.
Yeah. And the whole discussion of she's gonna think we wanna, no, we're not talking about this. The misunderstanding. But this is a great movie. Where were we? Oh, so they have that happens, and we get to the main event. Get to the TLC match. Orton, the Prophets, Machine Guns, and DIY with the clean-shaven Tommaso Ciampa, who looks, as Ryan would say, weathered.
Does he look weathered?
I don't know. I feel like he looks worse. I feel like he's been through it. I feel like that man survived the zombie apocalypse.
This looked like a man that had to go get a bank loan because his wife left him.
He had divorced dad all over him. Or grandpa at this point. I don't even know. He has so much gray hair. But anyway, this might be the greatest ladder match in the history of SmackDown. I'm comfortable saying that.
I don't think I've seen a ladder match on SmackDown for a very long time.
Well, they said this is the first TLC match for the tag team titles in 5 years, apparently.
Oh, yeah, because the other one, I think TLC 4, happened on Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few of them that happened on Raw. I don't think SmackDown gets many ladder matches. And I'm sure someone's out there ready to fact check me. Excuse me, in 2016 or something.
Yeah, well, they could take their ass and, you know what? Go away.
Yeah, I'm a man of the moment. I'm a man of the time, and I'm the greatest man of the life I've ever seen. Joe Tessitore said he doesn't see it all. But we have talked about spots throughout this, and I would like to say some of the difficulty and the danger in some of these spots were insane. Like, as I was telling Manny at the pre-show, Taz dive of the flying senton to the outside through the table. He already had did one previously that was ridiculously athletic. But this one on the table where it just lands flush, I'm thinking I'm dead because I know I will mismanage it. I'm either going short or I'm going long.
I'm telling you now, me and you both don't have ups. We don't have the ability to float in the air.
No, we are
the men that gravity remembers.
We're the men that gravity penalizes fine. Gravity keeps us down just to make sure. I'm looking at you. If I go to space, gravity would yank my ass down. That's how hard shit is on us. But
I still think, Marcus, I've got one Gunther splash in me. I got one good Gunther splash in me.
I'll tell you this: I got one grab out of league spin on the bottom rope, and then that's it. That's it. I'm going down. But overall, I thought this was a terrific match, and I don't understand why it wasn't on Mania. You could pull any of these matches that I would have no interest in them, whether it's Logan Paul and AJ, whether it's the New Day and War Raiders, or my only thing is they didn't want it to outshine anybody else's match on Mania.
Well, that's what it would have been. It would have outshone it, and everyone would have spoken about it.
Yeah. So
plus how long was that match? It was like an hour. No, less than that. It was like 45 minutes.
With the
commercial break?
Match?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 30 probably, maybe 30 solid minutes, maybe more. I don't know because you can't take in the commercial breaks and all that.
Well, it was commercial free, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did the last hour commercial free, but they didn't have the whole hour. They did like a recap and stuff and stuff in between. And John Cena talking to R-Truth, I believe, was a cutscene in the middle of that as well.
Oh,
Right
that was
before the
great.
ladder match. That was great. I'll stand with you, John.
John looked like he was going to be
Two-side
furious
same
too, like he
story.
was going to attack R-Truth.
He is.
And then Jimmy coming through. That's a real champion right there.
I believe he's going to take out R-Truth in one of his dates. For TV.
Don't do that.
I think he's going to do it. He's going to do it. It's going to be devastating. Because I think he's going to play up being a babyface John and look like he's having a good time. Then all of a sudden he just.
Marcus, I want R-Truth to continue to be the fan in the background, and each appearance, like gradually be like, why, John? Why?
Yeah. Say it ain't so, John. Say it ain't so. I want to say it ain't so. Or can we get the Bret Hart commercial?
John!
Would you accept? I know we can go back to TLC and finish this back down a minute. Would you accept John Cena versus R-Truth as one of his last dates in a very serious feud?
Why not?
I think it'll work. I think the people. Honestly, I think people would actually boo John Cena if he injures R-Truth and then have a match with him. I think people would cheer R-Truth to win that title.
I know what happens, Marcus.
What?
John Cena looks like he's going to kill R-Truth. Wrestling has more than one family. And he makes the save.
Yeah, oh yeah. Could be it.
I don't want to see Cody till he makes the save.
Cody comes back. Hey, what am I making that save? Nah. Oh, but yeah. Overall, I thought SmackDown was a solid show. I don't think it was as good as Raw, but I think that main event was better than the best match of Raw, which was Vicaire and Io.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Raw, though, there's not much to it. Like, it's 3 hours, but there's not much to it when you put it on paper. When you put it next to SmackDown, more stuff happened.
You got a point, but I don't know. Raw felt better. It felt fresher. I think it was the crowd. Raw had a better crowd.
Yeah, but they're coming off WrestleMania. That's not fair.
Yeah, it is fair.
That ain't fair.
You could have showed that energy for Texas. You could have showed you gave us Ghost and a bunch of pervert family in the front row. That's what they gave us.
Marcus, Raw after Mania could have very easily had the NXT crowd. They were tired and wanted to go home.
NXT crowd was like, man, get me the fuck out of here.
I am broke and I am about to suck dick for $10 so I can go home.
Manny, also, on the side note here, tomorrow is TNA Rebellion. It's happening in Los Angeles, not too far from where I'm at. I considered going to that show. However, I cannot get a ticket. I cannot get a ticket. It's pretty much sold out. They got like 2 tickets left, and they're for $215. And I'm never paying that for TNA, especially after what I paid at WrestleMania. How dare you? Yeah. I'm just going to say his name and hope he appears. If Joe Henry appears with Taylor's name, I can get it for free.
He ain't giving you nothing for free.
I know. I'm just going online. You know how I'm going to watch it. But let's talk about stock, Manny. Let's
get through some of these comments before.
Yes, please.
But as we get through some of these comments, to highlight what we're saying, Mr. Sanders,
you say it, man. Say his name.
Shadur.
That's close enough, yeah.
Whose draft? Someone left the R out. Stock has fallen. Whose draft stock has fallen the most in the wrestling world? Please leave your answers in the comments and it will be read on the show. But J.K. Smith said, good morning, evening, my Hulk Hogan. Has he decided to own Hulk Hogan? What is this? My Hulk Hogan walks out. He's mine. Walks out of his house and a bum throws up on him. Alice, he spelled Alistair Black like you did.
I think he probably just looked at it and said, "That's how it's spelled." No, it's with an E.
Alistair finally figured out how to walk out of a room in WWE. Presuming Shooter is Will Smith when his daddy didn't want him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that one.
Why don't he want me?
Zelina Vega getting the title made no sense. Put the belt on Naomi. I think it'll eventually end up on Naomi. I believe these are the next few answers from J.K. Smith about the actual question. Nia Jax reminds me of Thanksgiving dinner, juicy and delicious. The Secret Harvest need to be defunded. Nah, fund them.
Call don't.
Petty Cena is what I've always wanted. Yeah, where's you are an amazing John Cena hater. I want to know your thoughts on deeply about this.
He's right.
Where's your chain trick? Melo don't miss. It's crazy that both Alistair Black and Gregory were stars in NXT, but never found their way to success in WWE.
Well, that crazy old man was in charge, stopping everybody, and Velveteen had his whole life.
Velveteen did Velveteen stuff.
Yeah, whatever's going on with that situation, true, not true, guilty or innocent, cocaine or no cocaine, who knows?
Alistair Black equals Mr. Zelina Vega. I don't know. I don't think that anything. I don't think you could call him Mr. Zelina Vega as much as you could call her Mrs. Alistair Black.
Miss Black, please. Miss Black.
More important, Alistair Black returning, or is he now the first gentleman to the US champion? I'm man enough to say I'm scared of clean shaven Tommaso Ciampa. There is a hint of supremacy when you look at that clean shaven Ciampa.
Yeah. He was very proud to be a boy at that point.
The world's biggest controversy is over. Shadush Sanders is officially a Brown. Now back to worrying about the price of bloody eggs.
Oh, he's a Brown? Oh, it's over. Now he's automatically a bust.
Your tag team name is Weight and Gravy. Gravity,
Manny. I know you want it to be Weight and Gravy. That's just Manny by himself.
I got one to take a job left in. Does that include the dance?
Yeah.
Or the dance when he was no selling.
No, good hype up. Good hype up.
Marcus just said his name. He's gonna open the door behind you now.
If he does, then I'm calling the police.
Sanders equals Kiana James. Where is Kiana James?
Remember, she had got hurt. I think she tore her ACL, but they weren't using her anyway.
No. Okay. So, if you answer your question, because it was originally your question.
Yes.
Whose draft stock has fallen the most in wrestling?
Now, I was going anywhere and anybody in the world of wrestling. It's not even a wrestler. Not even a current active wrestler. I am going with the head booker of WWE, of Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque. I feel like people were annoyed with him with his Hall of Fame stuff, the poor build to WrestleMania, whatever's going on between him and The Rock and their petty spat. I feel like his place on this pedestal of this man knows wrestling right here. Also, I believe he's falling down the hill. I believe he's on a downslide, and people are looking for other alternatives at this point.
I think you're right with that. I think people have a lot of problems with the booking, even though WWE are being really successful right now.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of that, I think he's resting on like Roman and Roman and Seth to be big names to do things for him. Like we didn't need that triple threat. You really didn't as a main event. We really didn't need that main event. There's a lot of things he did at WrestleMania that didn't necessarily make sense, and I think it's good that it's kind of stood out at WrestleMania in the sense that, like, yeah, you know what? On the biggest show of shows, like, you've put most of your energy in the top of the card, that the rest of the card kind of suffered.
Yeah.
When you look at it.
Yeah. And the fact that he couldn't finish off the finish for the Cody John Cena match.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe it was supposed to ride The Rock or not, but we could have went better than that. The long Travis Scott entrance to just being distracted and hit with a belt. I feel like we could have did better than that. Creatively, you're supposed to be in charge of creative. You're supposed to be better than that. And did not accomplish that.
Well, and then I think the turn for John Cena should have really happened at WrestleMania. Like, I think he should have won the Elimination Chamber. And I think and if you were going to continue with that Rock Soul business, you have Cody say "fuck you" and whatever I can't even remember.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, that was the line. Go fuck yourself, and you end the Elimination Chamber there. You have John Cena and Cody have that match, and then you have The Rock appear with Travis Scott again if you need it, and then you have the turn, and send everyone on a bad note.
Yeah, I mean, people would still cheer. No one's booing John Cena. No one's gonna boo John Cena right now. People know this is, like he said, the last time.
Yeah.
He ain't getting booed.
So I think
we're begging him to stay at this point. We're chanting, "We're sorry, John. We're sorry."
Yeah, I think they should have the turn at WrestleMania. Would have a bit more impact globally.
Have people talking for days.
Yes.
Yeah. What did I just see? John Cena cheated to win, and you can tease it that he isn't full blown here. That the Travis Scott thing was a coincidence. He didn't know he was going to be out there. And then on the next night of Raw, he kills Cody again.
Yeah, I mean that was the I think that was the way Vince would have done it. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think Vince would have done it that way.
Yeah, he would have milked it.
Yeah,
but we don't know the original situation. Maybe The Rock just decided not to show up at the last minute. Nobody was prepared, and they just threw whatever shit at the wall. But I still feel like there was a better way out of it.
Which gives the argument. I think The Rock's stock has fallen as well with what he's doing in the wrestling world.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then the constant backtracking, the whole taking even that stupid documentary for WrestleMania 40 where he made it about himself.
Yeah,
and then he was responsible for all these things. That's not, bruv. You sound like Hogan right now.
Yep.
I mean, actually, do you know what, Marcus? The Rock in the WrestleMania 40 documentary sounds exactly like Hogan in the WrestleMania 9 documentary.
Now Savage didn't kick my ass.
Yeah, he sounds exactly the same. Trying to be like, oh yeah, the fans made us pivot and we listened to the fans. Fuck off, Rock. You were butthurt, that's why.
You were like, oh, we're 20 steps ahead. We're only, following the trip that the Rock take your ass on and shit that he was saying and all that. He made it seem like everything has been mapped out for months.
Yeah.
And then you know how we bring up WrestleMania 40, that was a mess too until they pivoted to him offending the Rock's family and Rock siding with Roman. Yeah. Because the original pivot was, oh, it's me and Roman, I'm just gonna walk in. Even though we're in the middle of some shit right now. But on a side note, I would also like to throw it more promoters on the downslide or promotions. New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah,
stock is falling.
Marcus, talk about aura. Like people when they talk about Wrestle Kingdom and all this stuff, it's like cool, Wrestle Kingdom. I'll watch the Kenny Omega match.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
And then for
the other people. Oh, I'll watch Kenny Omega.
The moment AEW started picking away at their stars and some of the WWE, but there's not really that many great New Japan stars from in WWE outside of Shinsuke, which I think he's a candidate for this award.
Yeah, but his stock is, man. If you're still buying Shinsuke stock, man, you need to stop day trading on Robin right away.
It's the only thing I can afford.
Come on, man, Nakamura penny stocks.
Yeah, that company has lost so much aura, much like ROH. ROH was dead the moment AEW turned up.
Not only dead, when they bought them, it was like they died again. It was like, oh man, this hurts.
I was just like, no one's talking about Ring of Honor. Yeah, so I feel a lot is going to change in the next few years. I think WWE is actually going to kill wrestling.
It might, yeah. I think John Cena
with this
ruining
global
wrestling
takeover,
isn't the thing.
not even ruining wrestling, but this global takeover that they're planning on doing. They called out NXT Mexico. I think wrestling is going to start to change, and it's going to be like, there is not going to be. There needs to be something out there. There needs to be something out there that is different than the global conglomerate that is WWE.
Well,
so hopefully you see AEW rise, but I don't see anything. For me, I'm so invested in WWE in terms of like I enjoy the story. I prefer the way they write the story. Compare it to, I'd rather have a shit match and have a good story. Yeah. I don't mind that. In terms of like there is great matches in AEW that I don't care about.
Yeah, you prefer Marvel over DC, and I'm not saying it like literally. I'm just saying right now WWE is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and AEW is currently DC. Are they going to get this shit together? That's kind of where you stand with that, and it's like
it's not. It feels like we're bashing AEW, but I feel like all AEW need to do is find the balance. Find the balance, and they'll be fine.
Yeah. This isn't the week because I think Tony Khan's busy with drafts or whatever his 20 jobs he has going on.
Because I saw some of those draw. I saw some of the clips in the Jags room. Tony Khan is like an outcast in that drop. And isn't he the general manager?
No, he's like the chief scouting, recruiting something. It's one of those Nepo jobs I'll never get. Thanks, Dad. Manny, but we brought up some of the executives in our losing stock. Let's go with wrestlers. Let's go with wrestlers.
Finn Balor is one. I think Finn Balor, as much as I like Finn Balor, I feel like he's fitted into that Nick Nemeth, I can't remember his actual Dolph Ziggler spot, where he's good. He's good, but like he's just gonna get someone else over. And maybe Finn is at that state of his career where like he doesn't need to be over all the time, but like the fact that Finn ain't gonna win.
Yeah.
When he goes out there.
Manny, I'm gonna do one that may shock the world. Since you went WWE, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to the alternative AEW. MJF stock is falling. Like it feels like Elon's Tesla going down, going, what's going on here? It's all falling apart. Like the man should be your focal point of the show, but yeah, he's involved in these mid-card, mid-level, middling feuds, and none of it's really good. It's just you're hoping for a decent match, but he doesn't even wrestle that much anymore, or at all, ever.
Well, let me jump on the AEW. Let me jump on the AEW train with you. Kenny Omega's stock is dropping. He is. I know everyone needs to move around. Like you can't always stay at the top. But when you see Kenny Omega, he doesn't belong in that mid card. He does not belong. If he ain't got nothing to do, don't put him on TV.
He needs to be treated as delicately as, or wrestle as much as CM Punk or John Cena or who are these kind of basically part-timers. He needs to be treated like that. Oh, Kenny Omega's having a match. Like, I take Kenny serious when he having a singles match. I'm like, I'm all for it. He can still go. Kenny's the best one. But a lot of times he comes out there in his fucking pajamas or whatever he's wearing, and he says dookie jokes that don't make any sense, and you just go, God, what happened here?
Yeah, the aura of Kenny is kind of just falling.
Yeah. I got another one.
Who you got?
I'm going back to WWE. Charlotte Flair. Oh, Charlotte. It's not Asian like a fine wine. I'm not even talking about appearances. I'm just talking about her
I heard you say
personality.
the way he said aging. I thought he said Asian, and I was like, she ain't Asianing. Like, what?
Let's wait till her next plastic surgery. Anyway, but no, I'm not even talking about appearance. I'm just talking about respect in the locker room or all the dirt sheet stories. It's just coming off as just she's a mess to work with. That she can't go do a segment without trying to have a real fist fight with whoever she's in the ring with. And it just seems a lot of negativity that honestly, if I were to buy stock right now into a wrestler in the back, I would probably go after a racist known as Tessa Blanchard before I get Charlotte Flair.
Really?
No.
Tessa?
No. No. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make a point here, okay, Manny? How dare you say really and disrupt my point? I was just
Tessa,
gonna let
though.
that sit. Wes is bringing up three guys. He bringing up Finn Balor, as he brought up. Adam Cole. Hey. And Nick Nimitz. No, you can't put Nick in there because Nick is Nick. He's Dolph Ziggler. He's in TNA now. I believe his stock is where it's going to be. It's never.
Would you include Okada, which J.K. Smush mentioned earlier?
It's falling. Yeah, I would. But I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy calling people bitches, and I don't care. I don't care. I have no shame. I have no shame whatsoever. Do I look forward to an Okada match anymore? Not really, but I do look forward to him and Omega if they are merging the belts. I'd like to see what they do. But his stock has fallen, but I do enjoy him saying bitch. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not mature enough to get past that. It's so funny.
You know, we got a comment earlier this week that told us to grow up, and this is probably the reason why why.
Yeah.
And to that person, you can go fuck yourself.
We're never going to grow up, okay? We're the lost boys. I was going to respond to that, and I replied, and mature Marcus said, no, here or not. Because you know the answer is, if I grow up, I die.
We ain't ever growing up, bitch.
You know, our imaginary fool. Look at
us. Yeah, Nakamura's on this list.
LA Knight. I think his mouth can keep him in the game.
I think his stock is up.
I feel like his stock is dropping.
I think his stock is up, but like I think time is going to come to him.
Okay, Manny, I'm going to throw another name at you. The current world heavyweight champion. I think we peaked in Jey Uso stock. I think we peaked. I think it's only going to dip. I'm not taking him anywhere. I'm not buying that stock. You telling me, oh, we can sign Jey Uso for max money. Oh, I'm good. You can take him. Oh, we can get Jey Uso in the first round. Now you can go with that. You had that.
Let me tell you someone's stock that's dropped. Pat McAfee.
Oh yeah.
He ain't fun on commentary anymore. It's kind of just like, dude, shut up.
He reminds me of the Jerry the King Lawler towards the end when he's just reacting and just saying nonsense and you don't care that he's there.
Yeah.
Like you don't care. Like you know there's someone there. He's gonna say something and you're gonna roll your eyes every time they say it, but you don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from Pat recently.
Pat and Gunther, does that excite you at all?
If that means Gunther's gonna write off Pat, fine.
I can see it happen around college football season when you can do it
in September. Come back in September, Gunther. Choke him out again.
We can't be safe. What can we do?
Chop him in the throat.
By the way, shout out to Seth Rollins for doing a really good job with the round 2 for the Bears pick in Green Bay.
He didn't rile them up enough. He didn't rile those Packers fans up enough. He tried.
But I do find it sad that he came out with the Bears Fanatics belt. Just don't do that. The Bears ain't won shit.
No, but that was
You
the
can't
thing. It was
come out
like,
with anything.
don't be mad that the championship looks good in orange and blue. I was like, shut up, Seth. They ain't won nothing since the 80s.
Not in your lifetime, I don't think so. I don't think it's Seth's lifetime they've won.
No, I think the Shuffling Crew did.
What year is this?
Uh,
Because Seth is what, 30, I would say 38, 39 now? Somewhere around there.
There's
I don't
986.
So I was 2, and I believe I'm younger than Seth, right? I mean,
Seth
I'm older than
Rollins
Seth. I'm older
is
than Seth.
okay. The Bears win is older than Seth by a couple of months.
Yeah. Exactly. So you can't go out there and talk your
It's
shit.
Super Bowl be in like February always, isn't it? February-ish.
February, January.
Yeah, Seth Rollins was born in May 1986.
Yeah, the Bears won in 85. Yeah, you ain't won
They
in
won
your
in 85.
lifetime.
What they won in 86?
It's probably the 85-86 season.
Yeah, so but
If you
then
know
they
how
would
it
have won
goes.
it they would have won it in the season of 86, in the year 86.
That don't matter. I don't care. No, to talk about this. It's like talking to Cowboy fans who ain't been alive to watch me win.
How about them Cowboys?
I don't understand why Jerry didn't take Sandhu Sanders. I feel like
It's too risky. It's too risky. Let me
What?
tell you.
Dak's hanging on. Dak's
No,
career.
so the reason he's not been picked in the opening rounds is they don't like the character he had when he was taking those interviews. Do you know the interviews at the draft? And stuff like that? That's when his stock started to drop, and it's unfair because they go some of those coaches go in there to rile them up and see how they handle that situation, which is the wrong way to kind of do it, but it's kind of to see what kind of man you're dealing with.
I honestly, whatever someone slips in the draft, this isn't even a black or white thing.
It's a character issue. It's always a character issue.
It's a character issue, but I'm always rooting for that person to show these fucking idiots what they do because none of them ever get a good quarterback.
No, but the truth of the matter
really
is when you look at the situation that it is, when you go into the draft, you're drafting an employee. That's what you're doing. So if they don't fit your mold, and look at a lot of the teams that were going into that draft didn't actually need a quarterback. So obviously his stock would start to drop with certain teams that don't need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Could the Jets have taken him? Sure. But I think the right move for the Jets to do was take a tackle. Because they have no offensive line.
Yeah, but they also, not talking about just the Jets, but I think teams don't want the quote unquote circus that surrounds them.
Yeah,
like,
and
you're gonna get Deion. You're gonna get Deion. Like Deion's not gonna be a part of your organization probably, but in the media, oh, my son needs to be doing this and this and that, or hey,
you're basically gonna have in wrestling terms, you're basically gonna have a Rikishi talking about his sons.
You don't want that, I guess, but I'm rooting for him to show him up, just like I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield to show people up. Just like even though Aaron Rodgers became a Packer, I want him to show these motherfuckers up too.
I honestly want Lamar.
I always root for him.
I want Lamar Jackson to get a Super Bowl, but I think his time is up.
His time is down. I think
the time for him is done.
I think he needs to switch teams. I think
Maybe
he's still one of the most. I think he's still one of the elite top 10, maybe top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Maybe he should become a Cowboy. He could probably win at the Cowboys.
Yeah, Dak can't do it.
Dak, I've always known, has been trash. I don't know why people have been hyping up Dak for years.
I think Dak is the most serviceable quarterback you can have. I don't think he's elite, but I think he can he can play good enough. I think you need a good defense and a real team around him and a good coach around that team. Like I feel like he's on the level of who's out there right now. Who's just like someone that could, like a Kirk Cousins. Who's like,
Kirk Cousins keep getting. How does this man keep getting paid, man? This man is bang on average. How's this man getting paid?
I feel like they're on the same. I feel like they're on the same level. It's just Dak gets more publicity because He's on America's team. And Kirk Cousins is on that team.
No, he was on the Vikings for the longest time.
Yeah. But before that, he was what, a Redskins or a Commander?
I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. I'm not necessarily that happy with the Jets draft. I think we need a tight end. I don't know if we got one yet.
I haven't paid much attention to the draft since I think my team is perfect in every which way.
If your team was perfect, you would have won the Super Bowl. So
that's not true. The refs.
Fuck the refs.
The commissioner. They're all scheming against us. All right, but that's about the show this week. I don't have much else to say,
No, neither do I.
But I thought it was overall a good show. I thought we had some good topics, some good discussions. I mean, SmackDown was 3 hours, but we condensed it to 30 seconds in the intro. We were talking about the whole show.
Do you know what? It's gonna be a nice 3-day break before I don't have to talk about wrestling. I'm gonna savor it.
Savor that, man.
This week has been hard.
Savor that steak like it's the last strip of your strip fried rice. It's not an Asian race joke either.
It was. I took offense.
I savor the last shrimp. I savor my last strip of my strip fried rice.
I don't even like
it. Huh?
See, I normally get special fried rice, which has everything in it. So it's got the beef, it's got the chicken, it's got the pork, and it's got the shrimp. I don't necessarily like the shrimp sometimes.
No, it's never the best shrimp, but I savor that shit.
It's not the best shrimp.
I savor that. No, a good fashion shrimp for me is a deep fried shrimp or a shrimp cocktail.
No, shrimp cocktail's disgusting.
You don't like shrimp cocktail? Oh, it's so nice, cold, refreshing.
No,
overpriced.
No, Marcus.
Overpriced like a motherfucker.
A vagina in a cup.
You want a vagina in a cup, Eddie. You wouldn't want a vagina in a cup. If someone said, "Hey, we got some vagina in a cup over here,"
I mean, what kind of tools are you selling over here?
Yeah, it's like Beyonce in that one video. She's dancing in the glass. I got pussy in the cup. This is how people are looking at the menu, man. When they got pussy in the cup. Yeah, can I get some of that? Not THC, son. Not THC.
Two men with glasses look worried in this photo. And I'm not even talking about you.
You know the guy in the hat, and I'm trying to see. Oh, the other guy. The other one looks disappointed. Well, goddamn, they blocking the view.
It's the side lip of the woman.
Yeah, that's how I look. Bitch.
Does that woman look like the president of AAA?
Yeah, she does. I thought it was her at first. But I would love to read that woman's mind, of which, damn, I think she is a combination of damn, she got it, but she also has that hate in her heart. Like, she all right. I wouldn't hit it.
No, she's like, I'm gonna have to give my husband something tonight.
Yeah, like
That's
right behind the table.
That's a look of regret.
This dude is bricked up behind her. She's just like, oh, what's going on here?
What the hell is this?
She went. She looked like she wanted to taste it. She looked good.
Wait, what's the oddest thing you've ever heard me say?
Pussy in the cup?
No, I don't think that's that. It might be. It might be, to be honest. I think that might be my quotable quote of the year.
Yeah. We're going to sell that shirt, Pussy in the cup for Betty. I think get one free.
Star out the U, put $signs in as the S's.
I'll tell you this, Manny. If someone can make pussy in a cup, as you said, you know fast foods are going to jump onto it, and it's going to be terrible. Oh, Steve! Nasty.
This is what? No, see.
This is McDonald's.
Let me take this off.
Uh-huh.
I worked in a supermarket for a very long time. They sold shrimp cocktail in a cup. They also they had prawn cocktail in a little cup for food to go, like food on the move kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this on my lunch break. I'm gonna have it for lunch.
Yeah.
When those things dropped, it's like what the fuck's that smell?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't smell good.
When you bring me a shrimp cocktail, I'm like, I'm a man that smells things that I eat. If it smells something that I don't like, I ain't gonna eat it.
Well, man, you don't eat grocery store shrimp cocktail. You go to a real place where they actually got shrimp and got fresh shrimp. You don't want no frozen ass shrimp cocktail from 19th century. You don't know how old that shrimp is. And my friend, that's how pussy in a cup would be. And the question is, Manny, where are you putting this? Is it an appetizer? Is it a main course? Or are you just going to Starbucks? Is this a dessert?
I think it has to be a dessert, right? But I think it falls under salad.
No, that's when you talk to someone salad, man. I'm thinking that. Well, good night, everybody.
We out. Peace.
Yeah, we ain't never growing up. This is us.
Yeah.
This is us. Y'all mean?
Yeah, I mean.
This is clickbait. 100%.
I feel
What
bad
does that sign say? Hey,
Cody, it's my 10th birthday. Well, Cody ain't here.
Yeah, Cody's dead.
All right, we'll be back on Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.